Right, so how many cities does Peter have left? A lot of cities. He has 5 left. So yeah, he's definitely not going to be removed from the game. But if I can capture the ones, his cities in Eastern Europe, I think I'll be satisfied with that. Before focusing on Justinian. I like how the game always recommends I improve this tile. No matter what I build on it, apparently it's not what they wanted me to build. So, you know, what are you going to do about it? I'm just building cottages. Cottages are, in general, they're a good go-to, I guess you could say. I'd like to kill that catapult there. And it will be easily done with my knights. So I've built a heroic epic in Rome, which means that all military unit production is doubled. So now I can start building knights, and I should be able to build a lot of knights. No, we do not want to adopt pacifism. Your society cannot... What's my current economy? Yeah, actually, that's good, but removing foreign trade routes is not a good thing. I think we'll leave it as it is for now. That's probably my loss. And since we can build culture, I'm going to build culture in there instead of a monument. Because that's generally a better idea. I didn't have drama before. But then I traded... Well, I still don't have drama, do I? You need music to adjust the culture rate. And yeah, somebody traded me music recently, didn't they? I think they did. I already forgot. And we can rush the courthouse in Syracuse. So the slavery civic is coming in useful once again. The Vikings are plotting against us all. Let me take a look. What are my relations with the Vikings? He's pleased towards me. What does everybody else think of the Vikings? Now that's interesting. Louis is actually fighting him, and he's pleased towards him. And Ragnar's only cautious towards Louis. So I'm going to have to refuse that. Yeah. You're going to get declared on anyway. So it's not a big deal. So now I can move my longbowmen into my recently captured city and fortify. And I am building a cottage here. So I have built my courthouse. Question is, what do I want to build next? I need to start strengthening my navy. So I think I'm going to build a caravel here. Let me take a look at the finances. Not going to benefit too much from building a harbor. And I probably should build a longbowman. It would be a good city to build a longbowman in. Finished my courthouse here. Probably should build a wall, a barracks. What should we build? I still need to improve some tiles over here. That's really a shame I haven't gotten around to that yet. Library. Yes, library should definitely be next on the list. Unfortunately, Salzburg is now unhappy, but it's only going to be one more turn until the trebuchet is completed, so I'm going to wait on that. And Salzburg's actually very unhappy given the fact that I'm getting +4 happiness from the military units I have in there. I am the new worst enemy of Peter. Okay. Now apparently I set these trebuchets up to build infinitely, and I didn't mean to do that. But on second thought, if it's happy, might as well. So now I'm actually getting 3 promotions from, if I build mounted units in Rome because I have the general settled in there, and then I also built a stable. So that gets my knights off to a good start, and maybe we can start building... You know, I should actually bring that knight along, because it's going to take quite a bit to actually finish off Peter. I shouldn't say quite a bit, but I think I need the backup. Now, what should I want to convert this to a cottage. You know, really, I'm not a workshop kind of guy. I generally favor cottages over them. And here is the catapult. So we're going to kill that. And what does he have in his capital of Moscow? He's just 2 longbowmen. Okay, well, we can probably handle that. And I still need to build a longbowman for Cerkel. So I see Justinian is trying his luck here. What am I going to do about that? What are my odds? My odds are 70% with the pikeman. And I won, but I don't have much health left. So what am I going to do about that? Probably should send something over here to protect it. And all I really have is a longbowman. In this city here, Rome, I can't remove any units, otherwise it's going to be unhappy. So we're just going to have to move a longbowman over there. And maybe a crossbowman as well. But the thing is, he's going to be attacking with knights. So really the ideal unit would have been another pikeman. And Justinian didn't attack. So I'm going to definitely boost this pikeman against mounted units. So now I'm 125 strength versus mounted units, and then we're going to pull back into the city as fast as possible. Okay, that trebuchet actually needs to come with me. We're actually moving. I should promote it up. And it's coming with me into Peter's land. Well, he is only the worst enemy of Saladin, and since Saladin doesn't like me much anyway, I will accept the open borders. I've produced another knight in Rome, and given the fact that the city wants to work the water tiles, I think I should build a lighthouse. So resistance in Novograd. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. I'm sorry. I keep winging it, and I think I get it wrong every time. So we're building culture in here, 2 turns. Now I should probably just build a monument instead and immediately whip it for 2 population. Can I build anything else instantly? Because the city's unhappy anyway. Monastery? I can actually build a monastery immediately. What about a temple? I can't build a temple. Let's do the monastery instead. That's better than a monument. I actually get 2 production out of that. There we go. And the borders of Danzig have expanded again. I shouldn't say again, because I didn't catch them the last time they expanded. And it seems Peter is building a lot of spearmen now. So he has 2 longbowmen and 2 spearmen in Moscow. 76% odds. Let's wait for the other trebuchet to get here. I'm not somebody who likes to fail at sieges. I will usually wait until my numbers are superior. And we've built another longbowman here in Bremen. Now, I actually need an archer down, a longbowman down here. So that's where this longbowman is going. And we're bringing the trebuchet into play here. And unfortunately, I should probably move this knight to guard it. And this knight can go there, I guess, on the top of the hill for now. So I think this city will continue building longbowmen. I'll give you my world map. She'll give me 40 gold for it. So it seems Justinian is advancing now on my capital of Rome. And unfortunately, I only have 1 knight here. For some reason I can't upgrade to what I want to upgrade it to. Why can't I build the Crucier? What does this require? It requires gunpowder. Okay, so I'm gonna have to start investing in gunpowder. That will be my next tech. That was the unit that I wanted to build. But I mean, if we look at our odds, they're pretty abysmal. And using the pikemen even, they're kind of abysmal. So what are we going to do about this? Because I'm not going to let them pillage my town. So we're going to be sending units over. Well, that one can't reach there in time. 1, 2, 3. If we do take this on, it's going to all have to be units that are currently in Rome. So I say we hit them first with a catapult. And that pretty much whittles it down to something more manageable. I might be outnumbered here. And I won. The odds were not really in my favor. 49%, but I got it anyway. And this isn't... Okay, we got it done. 74% odds. I usually don't like attacking on odds like that, but... You know, you do what must be done. And now I'm not actually sure what... I probably should just settle this general in Rome again. That way, melee units, or not melee and ranged units, all units, including mounted ones, will get 3 promotions now. And I'm building a cottage there. Are those Louis' units? Yeah, he's actually sieging Ribe. So we're moving all these units into play. Next turn, we're going to siege Moscow. And Rome is unhappy. Now I spent my catapult, so I should probably build it to get it back. And I built a Christian monastery in that city, so I'm going to build a library next. Really, there's no hurry. It's not going to be a production house anyway. So Peter decided, yeah, vote for me, please. Thank you very much. Peter decided to attack me, apparently. Wow. Isabel has declared war on Ragnar now. It was actually these archers here that he attacked. And they held out against a horse archer. Now, I really wasn't investing too much in that city because it's not worth much to me. So I don't care if it gets destroyed at the moment. So, the assault on Moscow begins. If one unit has to die, it should be the one with less experience. And it didn't. And he still has a long bowman defending. So we're going to have to wait till next turn to actually take that because I'm all out of attacking units. Build a road on that tile. And we're going to be moving this long bowman up to defend Moscow once it's captured. Send that trebuchet into Salzburg to make it happy. And our knight's going to heal. So I can promote my catapult to Barrage 3 instantly, which is really great. It's going to cause 100% collateral damage. An additional 100% collateral damage right off the bat. 20, 30, 40, 50, plus 50. Yeah, that's actually really good. Don't think that the trebuchet obsoletes the catapult. They definitely have their uses yet. And I'm going to promote this one for healing, because making sure your units can heal quickly can ensure victory, because when your enemies attack you, you're going to be able to heal your units back up really quickly. Okay, a monument has been built in Kiev, and I'm going to be building a courthouse next. Probably should build walls there, to be honest, because it's right on the frontier. Let's build walls instead. I don't have the stone to boost the productivity of it, but if Justinian decides to start attacking, it will give me a bit of a chance to survive it. So the leading candidate is me. Let's see who voted for me. Ragnar voted for me, I voted for me, Isabel voted for me, and Louis voted for me. Helps to have friends in high places. And we've taken Moscow. Just like that. So now I think you can really start concentrating on Justinian. So I'm definitely stockpiling my trebuchets there. And I'm going to need more knights. So after that catapult's done, we're moving on to knights. Hurry that worker, build a road on that tile. And move my longbowmen into Moscow to defend. And my empire is already starting to take shape. Just like that. So we did miss out on getting Jerusalem. But this war with Russia, it was nice that they declared war on me. What can you say? Oh, Elizabeth has education. 2,700, and mine is actually worth more. And she is asking me for gold. So I would make this deal. She wants the gold for it. I think we'll hold off on that for a little bit longer until more civilizations have actually caught up, because otherwise it allows her to trade it around, and nobody's really trading with me. I mean, if we look at the amount of text that I don't have, I mean, I'm pretty much leading at this point. So there isn't going to be a whole lot of trade to go around. There's not a whole lot of mutual benefit for me to trade those early techs around yet. Okay, we have our workers. Probably should have built these a while ago. I'm falling a bit behind in my improvements. And what was that? What was that? I told it to do something I didn't want it to do. I told it to go exploring. Stupid thing. Probably should defend it. There we go. In case he attacks me with his knights. And he actually has arrived with a siege contingent right here. 3 trebuchets. Well, that wasn't all that well thought out. Now was it? A rather foolish decision. Don't just attack people with trebuchets. I mean, that's some advice from me to you. What's going on for Peter? He still has 4 cities. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We know where all of them are. I don't think I want to take anything up in the tundra yet. So we should focus over here on St. Petersburg next. Now that the longbowman has arrived at Moscow, we can actually pull out, but instead I'm going to wait one more turn until my trebuchet and my knight heals. I'm actually going to just build a road there and hold off until I can get a lumber mill, I think, on that tile. We're getting close. How many more technologies before I have replaceable parts? Actually, it's 2. We're not close. Maybe I should build a cottage there after all. Oh, this stupid Rome is still building catapults. Yeah, it will do that. I'm not used to using this mod all the time. Most of the time I played without it, but it is handy because it shows you a lot of useful information that is otherwise just hidden from you. So it allows you to make decisions faster, but I want to make another knight instead. And I have actually gained a great spy. Now, one interesting thing about the great spy is they can actually run around your opponent's land, and your opponent can't see them or capture them, to my knowledge. I've never had a great spy outspied or caught, unlike regular spies. And I'm not somebody who uses spies because I find them overall quite lackluster. It was like something that was tacked on for the sake of just being there in the game. But in my opinion, great spies are the best scouts. Now, I actually met the Chinese Empire. It's no Rose Guard. I mean, really, the nerve of some people to ask me for military tradition. Are you serious? Are you for real? Unbelievable. Just asks me for military tradition. And I'm going to hurry my walls here because I have a feeling I'm going to be attacked in a relatively short amount of time. And I was going to say about my Great Spy, they're actually the best unit that you can use to explore. You know, you can build explorers, you can build scouts, you can go exploring with your mounted units, but all of those can be killed in unfavorable situations. But the Great Spy can't be seen and it can't be caught. Unfortunately, it doesn't have an auto explore button, which is really the only way it's let down in that capacity. And it's probably a good thing because otherwise it would make it a little bit overpowered for what it's supposed to do. 2 turns. We're going to heal this knight in Kiev. I'm kind of worried about that attack. There are only 2 trebuchets and a knight, but I think we should start getting our army moving in that direction in case he does take it. Oh, what am I saying? I can actually get there in 1 turn with my other knights. Okay, that's cool. We're going to send a couple knights down there because this is sort of on the way anyway, and away to St. Petersburg. He's actually bringing more than I expected him to. And the Chinese were the first to discover liberalism. So they got a free tech out of that. That's getting pretty dumb. That's what it always sounds like to me when he says that. The odds are not good, and I'm still working on gunpowder. Nobody else has it, to my knowledge, except for the Chinese, and they won't trade it. Just Justinian. And obviously, unless I made peace with him, I wouldn't be able to get it. Now, I don't think I meant to send 2 longbowmen to the city, but it works because it doubles the security. I'm going to kill Peter's horse archer there, and then we're going to bring the new knight in. So, where do I want to put this? Probably right there. And we are going to build a cottage there anyway, on that tile. See, now the argument for finishing Peter off would be that I don't have to endure the unhappiness in his the cities I captured from him anymore. Oh, he will capitulate? Oh, that's interesting. He'll also give me the city down here. I should actually accept him just as a vassal. That would be more useful to me than taking his land. So yeah, we're definitely going to take Peter on as a vassal. So this will allow me to focus my efforts entirely on Justinian and finishing him off. We're going to send this worker down here to finish the work on both this island and those 2 mountains there next to, what is the name of that city again? Next to Syracuse. And unfortunately, I'm still not sure what to do about his, he's really in a nice position here. This tile his knight is standing on is entirely surrounded by river, so except from one side. So if I attack from any other side, I'm actually going to incur the river crossing penalty. So he can just stay there for now. Completed the worker in Danzig. What should I build next? At this point, probably a catapult. Now that's interesting. I've constructed walls in Kiev, but he already bombarded them all the way down? I didn't know that would work. Well, we're going to build a courthouse next.